Welcome to Zen in a Moment, episode 63 with Zen Crier DeBrook. We are doing a series on abundance and wealth at this time, and one of the biggest things that I have found is that we have surplus. That's what the last episode was about. And with this surplus, we also have the opportunity to be able to get the surplus back out into the world. Why is this important? What I've found is that having things, and believe me, I by no means am one of these people that have no things. I have many things. It took us an entire semi to move our house. It was quite shocking to me, and we still needed a 26-foot truck to get all of our things moved. Here's the thing. I don't have a lot of things that we don't use. We've got a family of 4. We have lots of activities that we do seasonally, year-round. In general, I work from home. I've got the office. I've got all these different things. My husband collects things that are valuable. And so we have stuff. We garden. We have garden tools. We have lawnmowers. We have barbecues. I mean, it was just like mind-blowing because of how many things that we do in our lives. However, what I found is that if you are able to get rid of things that you no longer need and get them into somebody else's hands, it adds flow to your own wealth. Now, once again, when I say wealth, I am talking about time. I am talking about energy. I am talking about health. I am talking about relationships, intimacy, business connections, not just your bank account. I'm talking about things that you will not necessarily have to pay for that'll just show up. I can't tell you how many times I have needed something and somebody else was getting rid of what I needed. You don't always have to run around and try to figure this stuff out by yourself. In fact, what I found is that often we get in the way of our needs being met. This mindset that I'm talking about we always have what we need before we need it. You are a part of that flow. You're a personal being, your personal energy. And in looking to help meet the needs of others, what I have found is that that energy generates other people looking to meet my needs. Like energy attracts like energy is what is going on in the universe. And you might be like, what does that mean? Well, when you go out in the world and you're looking for what you can get, or you're grasping inside, and you don't even have to present yourself this way. You could be grasping inside for, I don't have enough, or I can't get this thing, or I need this energy, right? What happens is you find that it's as if you're chasing a carrot at the end of a stick. Because you're never satisfied, and you're always putting out the thing that's away from you that you don't have as the focus of your energy, the focus of your attention. When you drop back in and you shift your awareness to working on what you can do to help other people and their needs, and I'm going to talk about how to find that, you are in a place where I have more than enough to give. I have more than enough to give. And in that energy, what happens is that there's a satiation, a feeling of being satisfied with the fact that you have what you need and you have more than enough to give. That's where your focus is. Now, that doesn't mean that every single area of your life is perfect and you have overflow. I'm just saying that there are areas of your life where you do when you put your focus on them, and how you could be of service and getting other people's needs met. What will end up happening is that what goes around comes around. That's another word for like energy attracts like energy, right? What goes around comes around. So what I have found is that intention is an incredibly powerful tool for us to be placed where we're needed most. All intention is making a statement, either internally or externally, to the world around us that we are available. Now, we're putting intentions out there all the time. We have an intention to go to the store and buy a particular thing, and we do it. Or we have an intention for this year to look differently. Or we have an intention to have a better relationship with someone we love. Or we have an intention to eat better in our lives, right? These are things that we're deciding to do. And we sometimes, because of habits, most of the time actually, because of our habits, we stop that intention from happening. So a lot of times if you put in fresh energy into an intention, or you said, okay, I just heard the Zen in a moment, and Zen said, if I set the intention, show me where I'm needed. Show me how I can participate. Show me how I can fulfill somebody else's needs. You'll find that people start showing up, that you'll hear a request. The request could be information on a health challenge that you faced a few years ago. I know I have people coming in and asking to talk to me about breast cancer when they're being diagnosed. I have friends that call and say, will you talk to them? Yes, I'm available. They have a need. I'm here. It doesn't always have to be a thing. I also have people who will come to me and they'll need something that I have a physical, tangible thing for, and I don't need it anymore. And I'm like, I have one of those. You can have it. There are many, many ways that we will be used in order to support other people having their needs met, so they will always have what they need before they need it too. In putting that energy and that attention out there, what happens is you begin to attract that back into your life. But not only that, the stagnation of everything that you have not being in circulation, being used, will begin to break free. It's kind of like Lynn Twist in her book Soul of Money thinks of money as like water flowing around the earth. In fact, we have a lot of metaphors for money being water. And it's like a river flowing, and you've got this little stagnant area off to the right of the river that's kind of swirling. The sticks are getting up there, the foam is getting there, it's kind of stagnant. You've got all this stuff, all this energy, all this time, all this wisdom, all this sitting there that you're not using. And the key is to start getting that back into the general flow so that you can have a healthy circulation of your surplus and your needs being met. That it just comes and goes as it's needed. And so in just making the intention, I have more than I need. I have the ability to give, to serve, and to support others in receiving what they need. You'll find that these little things come up. And it can be as silly as a safety pin when a friend of yours needs it, or as huge as a car. I've given 2 cars away in my lifetime, and I've had 2 cars given to me. In fact, when I had my first car given to me, I looked for a place to give my car instead of sell it. And it's always worked out beautifully that I've had what I need before I need it. So set your big intention. Keep looking at your surplus in your world on every level of who you are. Sometimes a surplus could be as simple as a smile, and a need being met is someone who needed to be smiled at. If you love this content, please share it, share it, share it. We've got enough bad news going on out there. We've got enough people telling us how things aren't working and we're not getting along and there's dissension everywhere. I think we have a lot more in common than we do not in common in this world. So please share these. Just forward the link. Share them anywhere you want. You can post them on your social media. Grab the link to this audio above and go ahead and post it anywhere you like. This is one of the ways that you can meet somebody's needs, is to have them be able to hear this kind of content. I love you. I'm sending you love and blessings. Go forth and have an incredible day. If you are enjoying listening to the Zen in a Moment mini podcast, I want to invite you to something where you can get even more juicy, amazing content. I'd love to invite you to join the Fear Free Human Collective. It is a community membership site where I do training, coaching, I do mini master classes and masterminds and share all kinds of amazing content. And it's super affordable, and we have amazing people that are in it working on finding their openings when they are closed. It is a really lovely place to kind of have a respite from the world where cancer culture is running rampant and people are not getting along. If you want to go somewhere where people are not only getting along, but they are having a blast and sharing wins on how their life is dynamically changing by using their internal guidance system, then this is the place to go. Simply go to BeFearFreeNow.com. That URL again is BeFearFreeNow.com, and you will discover how affordable our membership is. We have a free level where you can come on in. Please give us a trial, enjoy it. And then we have levels that are $27, $47, and $97, depending on the level of training and the depth of coaching you want. So come join us. Join this wonderful, incredible movement to create a fear-free human species on this planet. I'd love to have you. Go to BeFearFreeNow.com. I'll see you there.